talking about?
What is up, my 90-day fiance babies? If you're new to my channel, my name is Crystal, and I hope you stay. And if you do, welcome to the family. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I enjoyed before the 90-day this season. I really did. With the exception of a few, I really enjoyed this season. I like all the new couples. Everybody had something to bring. So I really enjoyed it. How about you guys? Now, you guys, I never do Magna and Joe. I fall asleep with my TV on, and every time I wake up, that boy is telling on him damn self. And the last time I watched it with waking up to it, he done told on himself after she done pulled the panties to the side. Then he gonna tell on himself. So all I'm saying to him is, why you keep telling on yourself? She don't know what the hell you doing over there. So he done revealed to him that his friend of 15 years, she found out was somebody he slept with in the past. So she got an issue with that. If I was her, I would have never took my panties past my damn belly button for his ass. Because every time I said I would wake up, he had a new discovery. Just call him the damn discovery boy. Did she ever get that damn proposal, y'all? And it just seemed like when I would fast forward, when I'm watching it, you know, on my demand, they had some long ass scenes. Is it just me? It just seemed like they had long ass scenes of nothing but stupidness and nonsense. Plus his voice annoyed me, and so did hers. I'm gonna assume that they gonna bring their ass back. Matilda and Niles. Flip the page. Regardless of Niles' lying ass, I really like them together, and at the end of the day, I would like to see more of Matilda and Niles. I need them to come back with the whole storyline of how she's getting to America. The parents, even if you got to give me some fake parents. I just need some parents in the mix. So I would like to see them come back. He had a whole lot to say about his parents not accepting Matilda and not giving two shits. So we're going to see. Like I said, I need some real parents or fake parents. There's a story. So she getting ready. I'm messing things up, y'all. So she got ready for her wedding. She looked good in her little wedding dress. That corset she had on had her ass snatched to the gods. I said, I need to get me one of those. I wonder if I can order one from where she got her shit from. That shit had her snatched. Like, she had the waist, everything. There wasn't no puffiness from her back, but they fixed her up. She looked beautiful. So now said he ready to get married. So we know it went over there to Mr. Ark's house to get ready for that damn wedding. Now, Mr. Ark, you said some stuff that was just really disrespectful to us Americans. When he was talking to Niles about the damn birds and the bees, you heard him say they're telling him you stick to that damn vagina, don't do no anal, because we know how you guys roll over there in the U.S. You guys like to do anal. I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Asshole, you did not have no right to even put us out there like that. It's like you've never been to America, and whatever is happening in America is happening over there in Africa too. I seen your damn reality shows over there, so don't act like the shit ain't happening over there. But to place that on all Americans like we just over there doing in the butt, I think that wasn't called for. Because what we don't do here as YouTubers, we don't come over here disrespecting your little country and shit. So why you feel the need to try to disrespect the US of A by thinking we all anal assholes? We assholes, but we ain't taking it up the boot chute like that all damn time, sir. Maybe you a little undercover instead of you being Mr. What's your name? Mr. Ark. They may call you Mr. Arch. So don't start with BS. That was just uncalled for, sir. So as he walking his little ass down there to that house, they had the wedding at that house, and it was hot as hell. So they took it to Matilda's house in the front living room where ain't nothing but dust and dirt. Everybody sitting there sweating their ass off, but they used to that shit. He told him, it's like, when you get here, don't you act up, don't you embarrass. You need to show some respect, because he was probably thinking that boy was gonna change his mind at the last minute. Anyway, he presented the gifts. He accepted it. They got married. It was beautiful. It was over. And they got in their cab and they went to that damn pad and they got their little freak on. And like I said, I like them together. I could say this, that goodbye shit was a little sad to me. I could tell you I had a little tear dropping as she was crying, because she was really, really crying. That thing that threw me off, It's next day, she said since it was his last day, she wanted to take him somewhere to show him, you know, the culture. She took him to a little African dance thing. Now, they both look cute in their little outfits. However, where they getting this money from to do all this? I'm sure that shit was not free. I'm sure it wasn't free. So where did they just come up with money? Did Mr. Art give him some more money? But anyway, then they went out to dinner. So now she want to know, hey, sir, why, you know, you've been lying a lot. And I don't understand why you always lying to me all the time, because you ain't got to lie to me. She says, do I look like a lion? You know, he was like, well, I was like in fear, scared. So basically, he admitted to being a liar and admitted to why he lied. It's because he was scared. But the whole time he was on the show, he was acting like he wasn't lying about anything. But she's like, I'm your wife. You should be able to tell me anything. Like I said, I really like the relationship. But she wanted to know, why the hell you get fired? And of course, I knew he was going to say what he said. He says, well, Alabama is at will, and they told me that my services was no longer needed. I've been working for a long time, and at some point in my life, I was a supervisor. When I was a supervisor, we're also an at-will company, but we can't at-will just let people go. In order for me to let you go, something had to be going on with that person, and I had to do action of corrections and all that shit. At least 3 of them. After that, I can say, okay, you weren't a good fit, but we just couldn't just let them go. Now, maybe they do it different in Alabama, but out here, although we at will, we just can't let people go. We have to give some type of a reason, followed up by documentation of why we felt you weren't a good fit. So I still feel like Matilda feel like he hiding something, and that's a whole bunch of bullshit. Now, she wanted to know what they gonna do about money. He said, well, somebody done contacted me, so 2 weeks after I get back to the US of A, I'm gonna have a job similar to the last job that I had. So I have some money. So now what he concerned about, he said he didn't do his whole research on this damn visa thing. That's where you're probably gonna run into problems, because that shit is gonna cost you, sir. So you better be saving. Plus you gonna have to send money to her. So like I said, I really want them to come back. He said he good. He got his wife, his laptop, his video games. He's in Happy Land. But like I said, I need him to come back, and I need him to come back with some fake parents, real parents. Just come back with some parents, because they can have a couple of storylines out of their shit that I can see. Now let's quickly flip the page to Lauren and Faye. I told you guys a while ago on one of my videos, that boy was over there trying to get a visa so he could be lazy and not do shit. That was his whole plan. He never loved Faith. He was going to go over there and slumming and bumming. But when the people told him he couldn't do that shit, see, he thought he could just come over here, get that little visa. He thought it was going to be easy. But it's like, sir, you got to have a job to come over here. So when they start questioning him about his shit, and he didn't have all his ducks in a row, then he had attitude. So when he got back to the hotel, then in order to make her pissed off, he started doing weird shit, smashing cans on his head, playing with knives. He never planned on sleeping with her or do anything. Everything he did was intentional to irritate the shit out of Faith. That little asshole knew exactly what he was doing, how he was behaving, and he knew that would irritate Faith. But Faith, you deserve everything you got, because after the gonorrhea, I would have cut him off. There would have been no more Lauren. It wouldn't have been no. That's just some nasty ass shit that you hear with this. You thought he's so American and feeling so proud that you got you a little white man, but you got you a white broke man from over there in America that was broke and homeless. He wasn't just broke, because you can be broke and have a home, but he was broke and homeless, popped up to you with $46, no job, no prospects, with a disease. And just because you wanted to say you bagged you an American white man, because to the average person where you live, if he white or American, they must have money. So it was all about the look for you. But and you was ready to sleep with him too. You was girl. Long story short, their ass broke up. They ain't together no more. He tried to meet her before he went and apologized for lying, for the gonorrhea, for the flirting. He just apologized for everything. She didn't give a shit. It's over. It's a wrap. So I'm curious to see what that tell-all is gonna bring, because I watched the episode where, was it him that said something weird? No, that was that other dude with the little wheelchair man. He said some weird ass shit, y'all. I can't wait for that tell all. Anyway, let's flip the page. Vanya and her little boy. Now, as it was going on before she went back, they crying in the car. I just said, okay, all this is too good to be true. It looks like real love. It looks like they in love. He looks like he's really invested in this relationship. But I said somewhere down the line, that damn ball is gonna drop. Because I can't understand who's watching the kid. Now we know that the mom and the dad watch the kid, but he also has 4 jobs, but he also has time to spend days with you and then take a trip to go see you and stay with you for 10 days. And I'm thinking, what kind of fucking foster parent are you? Seems like you're taking a whole lot of time away from this child unless you're just really out there scouting for a mother. But for me, I'm feeling like this kid don't exist. The kid don't have a name, y'all. He don't have a damn name. So she said they had a great time. But then after he left, after about 5 days, you know, he stopped calling her ass and he ghosted her. First they were talking here and there, and then he kind of cut back on that. And then he just ghosted her. There was no more talks. And I think he contacted her, I think like 5 days later to let her know, like, you know, I just couldn't deal with this shit. You too needy. Didn't think she was going to be a good mom because she was tripping about her stuff and changing her lifestyle, because in her mind she's like, I didn't see myself getting into a relationship and becoming a mother. I've done this before and it didn't work out, and I was hurt being a mother, and then I wasn't anymore. So she's just going through all these emotions, which is fair. So him ghosting her, he's an asshole for doing that. But there is something about that man that ain't, is it just me? But when he called her when she was working, it looked like he was in a studio background to me. Just look at his background. It was weird for somebody who's at home on their phone. It was just really weird to me. So she asked, where's the little kid? Oh, he's running around. You don't hear no kid. You don't hear nothing. Can I see the back of a head, a foot, like something to prove that this kid exists? So of course she let him know. She want to still know where they stand and what the issue was. So he let her know what the issue was. So she still want to work on the relationship. So she said she want to go back to Europe. So when I go back to Europe, we going to get together. What we going to do? And he was like, you know what? Let me think about it. I'll give you a call in a couple of days. I'm not sure about all that. See, I think he's on some fuck shit, and I think he hiding something. I don't know if he got a wife, a girlfriend, or a kid. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully all that shit will come out in that damn tell-all, y'all. Now, Sonny has come to the conclusion. He let her know she could do her religion. He could do his religion. Here's my thoughts on their religion. How often do her ass go to church? Like, how into your religion are you? Do you pick up the Bible and read it? Are you Catholic? Are you going to mass? Like what are you doing that make your religion? Like, I can understand not wanting to convert and being pressured, because that's a whole lot. But I'm just saying, she's making it sound like she's really into her religion. And he's making it sound like he's really into his religion. When my son was in that religion, he had times of the day that he would pray. Kept his prayer cloth mat here at a house so he didn't have to, because he would sometimes travel. We just got him one and kept him one at the house, so when it was time for him to pray, he would go upstairs and do his little prayer. I don't see him doing any of that. Plus, you're fornicating the shit out of yourself. So nobody's really into their religion. So what she wants to do is they get engaged. So she's telling him, listen, now that we engaged, I want to tell you Boxhead Daddy. He's like, no, I don't think we should tell him. We should tell him somewhere down the line. And I'm with Vay on this. Why would we do that? That's just going to piss him off. Rip the Band-Aid off and let it go. Sonny's issue is he already know if he tell Papa, he not going to have no support from a daddy, right? He's not going to have no support. He feel like he going to sit here and he going to be all alone, and he's not going to have his family. His family's going to cut him off, which is fair. So he agrees to the shit. So what she decides to do, buy him a cake. Cake will make everybody feel better. I said, you really think a chocolate cake is going to make Boxhead feel? ain't gonna make it. Please. I don't even know that shit wasn't gonna work. And the other part of it, you already knew that it was an issue with your tattoos and how you dress. He shouldn't have had to tell you to go change your fucking clothes. Like, serious, babe, you've already been through this shit. He shouldn't have had to tell you that what you was wearing was inappropriate, and you trying to get forgiveness from old Boxhead. So they meet up at the restaurant with Dad, and she's like, yeah, I brought you a cake. And he's like, yeah, let me drink this. You should talk. So she started to apologize for walking out, and he wasn't trying to hear it. She tried to explain, when things happen like that, you make my anxiety go up. You know what anxiety is? He's like, he didn't give a shit what anxiety is. He felt like you disrespected him, and you got up and walked out, and he straight up said, I don't forgive you for that shit. He's a real asshole. For someone who's religious, it seemed like forgiveness would be easy for your Boxhead. So, oh boy, old Sonny finally tell old Boxhead, like, Daddy, I have something to tell you. We are engaged. We're gonna get married. And he looked at him and said, yeah, no. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get engaged. We're gonna get married. So at the end of the day, Papa wasn't going for that shit. He pretty much cut him off. He told him to get out of his damn face. I don't want to see you no more. I don't even want to look at you. And I just felt so bad for Sonny that here it is. His father wasn't with him growing up, according to the story. And now he's here to dictate what you do with your love life, but hadn't been in your life and just got there. So I was on the fence with, like, if I would give a fuck, but for Sonny having a father in his life, he wants to keep that relationship. So I don't know. Man's concerned. Once she leave, is he gonna stick around? Is he gonna stick around for this shit? Because he's going to be alone. You need to go find you some friends, sir. At the end of the day, if you come into US of A, you should be able to hold on and put on your big boy panties. I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? I'd like to see them come back, I think, to see how their story will turn out. But we'll have some more answers once this damn tell-all come on Sunday, y'all. Now, I didn't give a shit about Tigerlily and Adnan, but the scene that I watched this last episode, I really felt those were real scenes, because I think he really trying to play her. Now she's pregnant. So she gets together with her friends, and she look cute with her little baby bump, and she lets them know what's going on with Adnan. She tells the damn friends that Adnan wants to give a power of attorney to the damn brother. And the friends are like, no, you can't do that shit. You're going to have to protect your money, because now if he give him power of attorney, then he has access to all you guys' shit. So she's like, you really need to think about that and get you a post up and make sure you protect your assets, girl. So she thought about that shit. She's like, you damn right. That's what I need to do. I need to protect my damn assets. Now, she said she got the house built or something remodeled, but she's at a hotel, moved herself and her kids to a hotel, which I can't understand, because she came in like she got so much money. I would think she would have had an extra apartment somewhere to stay at instead of a damn hotel. But anyway, old goofy ass Adnan called, and she let him know, I got some concerns, sir. I got some concerns about your apartment in Jordan. So now we're having this issue about the apartment in Jordan. He wants to keep his apartment. She says, well, if you're moving here to the US of A, sir, why do you need your apartment? When you go back there, you can go ahead and get your hotel. He says, no, I want a place to keep my shit. She says, well, you're married now, so are you there or are you over here? He's like, I'm there and I'm here, and I'm not giving up shit, period. She says, okay, so now I'm concerned, because now you want to give your brother power of attorney, so you can go ahead and have him sign off on kind of shit. You take my little coin and move to Jordan. He's like, you sitting there thinking I'm gonna do all that shit? He's like, hell yeah, I'm thinking you gonna sit there and do all that shit. So since you have a problem, we're gonna do this posting. I'm gonna have my lawyers drop the paperwork and I send that shit to you, okay? He said, well, if you do that, I'm gonna stop applying for the visa. Let him stop applying for the visa. Let him stop applying for the visa. Who would give a shit? Don't let that man have access to your money, girl. Please, let him sign. He's already given red flags. To me, if you got it like that, Adnan, with your businesses or your money, it shouldn't be a problem that your funds are separate, sir. Anyway, he feel like he the man and she's supposed to follow. It's like, fuck that shit, sir. You gonna sign this post now. I hope she don't back down on that. We'll see at this damn tell-all. Sorry. I'm still getting over this damn flu. Anyway, that's it. That's all, y'all. I'll see y'all after the tell-all. Don't be an asshole. Hopefully we'll get some goodness on love after lockup, love during lockup tomorrow. Thank you for showing up when I show up. Bye, y'all.